Good day, sir. My name is Mark Denver Menyosa from G2C. Today, I will report the stability information using the various stability diagrams, stream tables, and stresses table used on board ships. So let's proceed to the stability diagram or graphical representations that help access a vessel's stability to return to an upright position after being held by external forces. So stability diagrams, these are visual tools, graphical representations that help determine a ship's stability to right itself after being titled by outside forces like waves or wind. They are essential for assessing a vessel's stability and ensuring its safety. Okay, let's proceed to the key elements. Kg curves, writing arm curves. These curves depict the writing lever at the various angles of the heel, indicating the ship's ability to right itself. Okay. These curves show the writing moment, the force trying to return the shift to the upright at different angles of it. A larger kg value indicates better stability. Okay, let's proceed to the metacentric height. A critical measure of essential stability. GM is a distance between the center of the gravity and the metacenter. A larger GM generally signifies greater stability. This is a crucial measure of ship's initial stability. It's the distance between the center of the gravity, the average location of the ship's width, and the metacenter, a point related to the ship's geometry and how it responds to tilting. A large GM generally means shape is more stable initially. Okay, let's proceed to the equilibrium conditions. Stable equilibrium occurs when a G is below M. The vessel returns to upright after healing. Okay, the center of the gravity it's below the metacenter. Karang kwatya. If the ship is titled, I will return to its upright positions. Not equilibrium. Gravity coincidence with metacenter. The vessels remain in its held positions. G and M coincide are at the same height. If titled, the ship will remain at that angle. Unstable equilibrium. G is above M. The vessel continues to hail further. G is above M. If titled, the ships will continue to tail further, potentially capsizing. Let's proceed to the train tables. Train tables assist in determining how loading or uploading cargo at specific locations affects the vessel's trim. The difference in the draft between the bow and stern. Correction corrections to draft. Adjustment needed for forward and aft drafts when weights are added or removed at certain distance from the ship's center. They show the adjustment needed to the bow and stern draft when weights, cargo are added or removal at a specific distance from the ship's center. This is crucial for maintaining balance. Trim calculations help predict changes in term resulting from cargo operations, ensuring the vessels maintain optimal longitudinal balance. They help predict the changes in term that will result from cargo operations. This allows for proactive adjustment for ensure the vessels maintain optical longitudinal balance, meaning it's not too heavy weighted at the bow and stern, which could impact stability and handling. And the last one is stress tables. Stress tables are vital for monitoring a ship's structural integrity under various loading conditions. They provide information on still water bending moments, indicate the bending of the ship's hull due to the static loads. Shear forces represent the internal forces that can cause part of the ship to slide past each other. Permissible limits define shear thresholds for bending moments and shear forces to prevent structural damage. Okay, the stress tables are crucial for ensuring the safety of a ship by providing a way to assess, assess its structural integrity under different loading conditions. They allow for proactive identification for potential problems before they lead to serious damage for failure. And that's all my report.